I mean, maybe Edgar Allan Poe's writings, but to be honest, I don't really like classical books because if you understand, most of the classical books I would probably resonate with or like are fantastical love stories, but they're not actually love stories. They're sad stories that have love in them. So I tend not to like classical writings. I love classical music, but unless it's like a poet, Edgar Allan Poe, I'm not really into it. I don't like romanticizing or fetishizing like sadness. I don't like tragic love stories. I don't want to sit in my bathtub and be like, this is a beautiful story about love and he leaves her in the end and it's so sad. Being like, wow, this is so beautiful. No, this is tragic. He didn't really love her because he's leaving, or the world was fucked up and they couldn't be together. No, I'm not going to sit here and think it was beautiful. I hate it. I'm going to romanticize about it. Robots not being able to date real people because the government doesn't want to allow it yet. That's more in my wheelhouse, my current situation. Maybe because I'm not in that time frame, I can't romanticize that old shit. Do I like Anne Rice? No, I don't like Anne Rice. Weird, I know, but Anne Rice writes about a lot of teenagers in sexual ways, like 15-year-olds, 14-year-olds, and it comes off very pedo, and I just don't like it. She has her vampire book, yes, but there is still some very weird aspects to it with children. She does a lot of that stuff with children in her books, and I don't like it. But that doesn't mean you can't love her. Because I know she's a very famous author, so she has to be good. I just don't like her. How do you say that? Carulas? Carulas? Is that how you say it? George Baltes, thank you so much for the sub. Some classic novels are okay. I like dystopian future books like Fahrenheit 451. I'm going to watch that movie. I like dystopian future books as well. I have one. It's called Incarceron Prodigal. I don't know the author, but it's called Incarceron. It's extremely hard to read because it's so chaotic. But if you've gotten through a Dune book, then you could get through this. Because Dune is very confusing in the beginning with all of the house names and stuff as well. So women can't sleep with 15-year-old boys? No. No. McCrow, thank you for the sub. How do I add a marriage proposal? For the love of God, don't accept it because I'm too single for this. Yeah, that's what I want to see, the Michael B. Jordan one. Hello, George. Welcome in, newbie. Your pronunciation was close, but he was a Roman poet and he would talk about little birds. Feel free to post in my Discord. I have a section for reading books. Men go to prison, women get books written, and they become a myth. I think you're trying to fit a large-scale problem into a very basic sentence right there, right? The world isn't black and white. And that was just like a weird train of thought. Like your brain immediately just felt like it was being attacked so much so that you'd be like, men go to prison. Oh. Like we're just talking. No one's in prison. I listened to the first Star Wars book, read after that. But I haven't finished anymore. I didn't know there was a bunch of Star Wars books. I don't trust anyone with a rat tail. I'm excited for Dune 2. Dune 1 kind of let me down. The remake, because there wasn't enough dialogue in it for me. I thought the shots were beautiful, but it was a lot of just empty scenery. I thought that was nice, but I would have liked more depth. Again, I'm somebody that enjoys conversation. I'm so excited for the Foundation. Absolutely excited for the foundation. I finished the second book. I'm reading along with the seasons. I loved the book. Absolutely loved the book. It made more sense than the show, for sure. But I still love the show for completely different aspects. Like, loved it. Loved it. Plus, Brother Dawn is so hot. Brother Day is hot. My bad. It's in the wrong one. Not to be confused. It could be bad. What is the foundation? Okay. So, the foundation is probably the originator of most, if not every, type of sci-fi book you've read and show. Like, Foundation is the inspiration for Star Wars, the inspiration for Dune. Foundation came first. You should read Foundation. It's amazing. Asimov's. Yes. Okay, let me try and eat a lot of this really quick so I can play this game. I did love the new Blade Runner. Was that the director, Dennis? This reminds you of Raoul Bruce. New York Nobody. How you doing? He did the new Dune movies. Oh, okay. I mean, I think the cinematography is good, right? And I think as a director, like, he directed it good. I just don't think there was enough lines. But I still enjoyed it. I still watch it often. When I go to sleep, I like to watch Dune because I love the music. Helps me fall asleep. Foundation is already a series, and the first season was so good. They're actually signed on for 6 seasons. So there should be, after this season, 4 more seasons of Foundation coming. It is different than the books. It kind of jumps, mixes chapters, but it's really fucking good. Hey, good. It was going to be canceled. They said they signed up for 6 seasons. This is during the pandemic. No, Audible is not. Listening to books is still good. No way. I would be so upset. They literally skip over storylines for sure. Like big chunks of storylines in the show. Favorite character from Lord of the Rings? I mean, I really like Legolas because he was so stoic, but then able to have so much fun with just the other character. I forget his name. The dwarf. Or probably just Frodo, the main character. It takes a lot of courage to do what he did. Actually, Sam has probably got more courage because it takes more courage to be a friend through all of that. You want to know something else that's my favorite? ExpressVPN.com. Because since we're talking about all these movies, if you guys check out ExpressVPN.com and use the link in chat right there, /Adriana, a lot of these movies we're talking about, you can see because you can use that VPN to change the location to wherever you want and make the most out of all your streaming platforms. So do it. Click the link, expressvpn.com/Adriana. You're not going to be sad you did it. I did sneak that one in there, didn't I? Oh, I loved The Martian. I love the book The Martian. I love the movie The Martian. We know the one little difference in the book versus the movie at the end, right? Which was fantastical, but okay. No, Leaping Larry. No. Probably not. If you needed to survive 1 year in an abandoned island and you were allowed to take one book with you, what would it be? The King James version of the Bible. Because the Bible is fucking wackadoodle. And there's like a shit ton of stories in there and a shit ton of different ways to decipher it. And if I'm on an island alone, I might die and I might need faith or I might need to hate faith. You can't see my ass. You're getting timed out for that. You can sit in timeout for at least 10 minutes for that question. Just so randomly asked. Oh, ExpressVPN. It's like getting in line for your favorite ride and not having to worry about someone taking your spot in line. That's protected service with speed. Oh my God, I loved that. Thank you. Thank you so much. ExpressVPN.com/Adriana. What a great one. That was a good one. Kodak, thank you for the 19 months. How you doing today? The Bible is crazy. The Book of Revelations is insane. Exactly. That's why I would take it. I'd be like, what the fuck? I'd take a book, How to Survive on a Desert Island for a Year. Yeah. That might be handy too.